Kevin, hi, this is Dennis Clark. I'm going to go over a couple things with you for your lesson today. Almost immediately, you started hitting the golf ball better. My thing about your game now that I watch it a little more closely would be to help you, not exclusively, but at least 2/3, 3/4 on your short game, because your swing is not, the swing of a mid-teens handicap. I think you could be single digits, but the way I see the green work is that you have to be wasting 3, 4, 5 shots around there. So I think going forward, I'd really like to put more effort into that. Not that you have to have a full swing to get to the green, of course, but what I'm saying is that, let me bring this up first, in fact. I want to go over this with you. Okay, so one thing that you did today, clearly, is you got onto this idea of pulling the handle. Okay, so one thing I want you to watch here, do you see how far you're reaching out and chasing that down? That is, you'd want to abbreviate that. In other words, the biggest thing I think that can help us here is two things that I'm going to give you. Your setup is fine. I might even move the ball a little more back than that off of your right shoelace, or even maybe outside your right foot here, to ensure ball first contact. But this part here you did really much better at, and this is the big thing here is, see this? This is really good. That's exactly the way you want it. Now what I would do is just, the reason I had you close your eyes is you don't have to chase it so far down the target line, nor do you have to take it nearly that far back for a chip. That's why I want to get you guys into the 7, 8 and irons, because it's a much smaller stroke, especially the length of it going through. You can see where your hat comes into the picture and you dive down low. That will invariably lead to a chicken wing on the next stroke. So that's one thing, is get the ball further back. And in this, the narrow video that I'm doing here, this is my handheld camera, the stroke, the club should really not go out of view of this whole scope here. Like, I would think it would go from there to there. We could really make it more effective. Okay, so we're not going to chase the ball, reach out for it, and lower the body. We're just going to take a small stroke through it, keep the hands ahead like you're doing, and just follow it a little bit with your body. Keep your body up and level. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is bring over this one and show you, it was a little bit out of focus here, I apologize. But this goes with your golf swing here. So again, see how far back that is? That's a chip shot. I mean, that's a very short distance we were going there, and that's twice or more of the swing that we need. I would think that would be plenty right there. Even that, and you can start pulling it forward. And again, the ball further back, a little further back. All right, now this next part is going to be key, so watch. So we're going to shorten it. We're going to keep the weight on the left side. Keep in front of it like you're doing there. That's good. Look at, I mean, that swing, you're capable of hitting it 100 yards with that much swing. And this is only 20 yards. So shorten that. Now, as you come down, you have a habit of opening the face. I think this is left over from your golf swing coming from the outside. Coming from outside in and having to open it, but I don't know if you can see that, but that's a definite opening, and it's a chicken wing. So you're rolling your left hand, for example, is not rolling over at all like you would a draw on your full swing like we were showing you there. I'll go to that in a minute. But so your left hand, that right hand has to turn it down. I want you to work on turning that right hand down a little bit like we were doing in the full swing. That's going to get us a little steeper and not bounce off the turf as much. And again, no need to pull it up. You can leave the club nice and low, turn your body through. You don't have to keep your head this low. You can turn the body through as you hit it, but we do need to turn that face down. This has to roll over a little bit. And chicken wing is nothing more than a reaction to being, to having the yips, where you're fearing the yip, so you kind of bail out of it there. Let me see if I got one. Let me see if I have a chip here in my models. I think I should. Because if we can get this part down, we're really going to save you some strokes. And that was what I might suggest. This might be a little pitch shot, I don't know. Yeah, she's probably hitting this from further away than you were, and she's got half of it. So when she comes down, see, she stays in front of it. And that's really key. And she stays really level. No diving down to get it. See that rolling down of the hands there? Right, so watch. See the difference in the left hand there? It's not turned down facing the target at all. And she is turning slightly toward the target too. She's actually looking out here. It's another thing that keeping the body and following the shot a little bit, rolling like that with your head, would be a really good advantage for you. The drills, as far as the drills are concerned, I would do the eyes closed. That's the best drill I know of for the chipping yips when you get them. But they, like a lot of people think, they are a curable situation. They're not an incurable situation. You just need to get more confidence through getting better mechanics. Okay? All right, let's go to your swing here a little bit. I like to see again on that chipping thing here. We could just do a quick 30 minutes of it from time to time. I think it would be a huge help to you, because there's I just don't see you as a mid-teens golfer with the way that your full swing goes, especially if we get these changes made. But that's up to you. If your schedule permits, I would suggest it. Yeah, do not roll the club open so much or in the backswing, okay? I want you to keep this club down, looking straight down at the ball. So I don't want you feel like you're doing a little bit of that in your chipping too. We have to close the face. So I call it club face looks at the ball. See, the club face looks at the ball. You should not let it look over there, ever. It should be looking down here at the ground, like this. That would be a huge help for us. And that's going to be a big advantage in the chipping. Like I was just saying, you have a habit of rolling the face open. So I'm really going to work with you on that. Gets open at the top, and then of course we know if it gets open at the top, there's always going to be a little. You've got a good turn, and we want you to drop those arms down, straight down. And I'm going to give you that Garcia video again that I use a lot on this. But he's just one of many. He just does it to an extreme degree, and that's why I keep coming back to him, because he's a good model to look at. But if you put, I got 100 plus models in this system here, any of them that I put up would have this motion coming next. Shoulders stay closed, arms drop down under. So that way the shaft gets on this plane here. So yours is on that plane there, which is up through the shoulder, and we're gradually going to work with you so that it comes a little bit more down that way, and that would be from dropping down inside. And then release the hand. So you can start that roll over. This was one of the ones that you hit with a beautiful draw, because you turned the club face down. All we have to do is make sure that you drop the club behind you. You don't want to feel like it's dropping out this way at all. You want to feel like it's, really dropping down, and you're playing baseball. You want to feel like your downswing becomes a lot more horizontal. Like if you look at this is coming on a much more horizontal plane. Drop, release. Right there, roll the hands over. But it starts with getting that club square so that we can produce a draw. If we can get a regular draw out of this, see, this is something too, if you're doing chipping and come over it like that, you can really get in trouble with a shank or a yip. You just have to feel that the shoulders stay closed and that you drop it down inside, and then when you release it, you can hit it. There it is, looking away again early. See it? Looking over here. Try to keep it looking down at the ball as long as you can. Finish your turn. Now when you get back there, just drop them down. And that's the one that's more than before. You see where that is in relation to the ball? That is very close to the hosel. And if you do that with a short chip shot, you could shank or skull it. So some of the motions that you have in your full swing that show up in your chipping, and they cause a different kind of a problem, but they're caused by the same thing, which is an open club face, rolling it open on the backswing, coming over the top on the downswing, and having to open it even more. So once we get again, I was trying to point out to both you and Colleen today that every ball you hit should have some draw on it. That's why it would be a lot easier for you to get down from the inside. You'll soon appreciate what I'm saying about reacting to your shots. Even if you hit a slight bit of fade, there's going to be some over it in your downswing. That's why I teach seniors not only a draw for a little more run out and more solid contact, but it's the only way you can get your arms to drop inside, almost reflexively. And that's what we have to do. Reflexively right now, you're coming over it. So there you go. All right, I hope that helps you. It was good seeing you again, and let's keep working on that short game.